Our lesson for today is on solving equations using the distributive property. This is 8th grade digits 2.3. Go ahead and look at your notes for today, and let's start by reviewing what the distributive property is. So if you look up here, we're going to match the equivalent expressions. So we're going to use the distributive property to solve these. Remember, with the distributive property, we multiply the number outside of parentheses times everything inside the parentheses. So here we would multiply negative 3 times negative s plus negative 3 times 5. Negative 3 times negative s would be a positive 3s plus negative 3 times 5 is negative 15. So we can rewrite this as 3s minus 15. Here we're going to multiply 3 times negative s, which gives us negative 3s plus 3 times 5, which is 15. 3 times s is 3s minus 3 times 5, which is 15. And then we have negative 3 times s, which is negative 3s, minus negative 3 times 5 is negative 15. So we use our integer rules and we add the opposite sign. So that's negative 3s plus 15. All right, let's look at your notes on this. So what is the distributive property? Remember, the distributive property is when we multiply the number outside of parentheses times everything inside the parentheses. Also remember that the operating symbol within your parentheses is what you use between your two expressions. So a times b would be ab plus a times c, which is ac. Then we have a times b minus a times c. So here you can see where we use the operating symbol within our parentheses. How do I solve equations using the distributive property? We need to first distribute any multipliers before using properties of equalities to start solving for a variable. So that's very important. The first step is to always use your distributive property. Okay, so first we distribute. So here we're going to multiply 5 times 4x. 5 times 4x is 20x. Minus, because that is the symbol in my parentheses, 5 times 6, which is 30, equals 15x plus 10. Now we can solve using the strategies from yesterday on the variables on both sides. So we're going to start by undoing the 15x, which means we subtract 15x from both sides of our equation. 20x minus 15x is 5x minus 30 equals 10. Now we're going to get rid of the minus 30. The opposite of subtracting 30 is to add 30 to both sides of your equation. So that leaves you with 5x equals 40. The opposite of multiplying by 5 is to divide by 5. So x would equal 8. Remember, you can plug in for your variable to check your solution. All right, look at this problem. 4 times 8 minus c in parentheses equals 8c plus 6 minus 6c. The first thing we're going to do is use our distributive property. We're going to multiply 4 times a and 4 times c. When we multiply 4 times 8, that gives us 32. We have a subtraction sign, so we're going to use that. And then we're going to multiply 4 times c, which is 4c. This equals 8c plus 16 minus 6c. Now, before we can solve for our variable, we must combine our like terms. As you can see here, we have 8c and negative 6c. So we're going to combine these two like terms. 8c minus 6c equals 2c. So that is going to be added to 16. So we have 32 minus 4c equals 2c plus 16. Now we can solve our equation. We're going to begin by subtracting 2c from both sides of our equation. Here we have negative 4c plus negative 2c. When our signs are the same, we add. So this will be 32 minus 6c equals 16. The opposite of a positive 32 would be to subtract 32 from both sides of your inequality. So here we have negative 6c equals negative 16. The opposite of multiplying by negative 6 is to divide by negative 6. So c equals 16, 6. So again, with this answer, you can leave it as an improper fraction. You could change it to a mixed number or a decimal. Any of those answers will be correct. Alright, how can I use the distributive property to solve equations with fractions? One way to solve equations with fractions is to eliminate them using the distributive property. We multiply each side of the equation by the denominator of the fraction, then use the distributive property to simplify. If there are multiple fractions in the equation, multiply by the least common denominator. So let's look at this example. 12 equals 3/4 n plus 5. We're going to begin by multiplying each side by 4, because 4 is the denominator of our fraction. So there we have 4 times 12 equals 4 times 3/4 n plus 5. Now we use the distributive property. 4 times 12 is 48. When we multiply 4 times 3/4 n, our 4's cancel out, and that leaves us with 3n. And then 4 times 5 is 20. Now we have a two-step equation, so we're going to begin by subtracting 20 from both sides of our equation. 48 minus 20 is 28 equals 3n. We divide both sides of our equation by 3, and n equals 28 thirds. Again, you can leave that as a mixed number, improper fraction, or decimal. Alright, look at this example with me. Students A and B use different methods to solve the equation. Negative 20 equals x divided by 2 plus 7. One of the students makes a mistake. Find, describe, and correct the error. Student A uses our traditional method of subtracting 7 from both sides of the equation. Student B uses the distributive property to get rid of the fraction. Go ahead and see if you can find the error within this problem. Pause the video. Alright, if you look at student A, this student actually did all of their work correctly. They subtracted 7 from both sides of the equation, which left them with negative 27 equals x divided by 2. They then multiplied both sides of the equation by 2 because the opposite of division is multiplication, and they got x equals negative 54. If we look at student B, they set up their problems in the first two steps correctly, but they did not multiply 2 times 7. 2 times 7 should not give them 7, but 14. So they should have written negative 40 equals x plus 14. Then they would have subtracted 14 from both sides of the equation to get x as negative 54. Let's look at the next example. The length of a rectangle is 7 feet longer than its width. The perimeter of the rectangle is 26 feet. Write an equation to represent the perimeter in terms of its width. What is the length of the rectangle? So in this problem, we actually have to find the width and use that information to help us find the length. Let's begin by drawing our rectangle. We know that the length of our rectangle, which is the longest side, is 7 feet longer than its width. So that's 7 plus W, or W plus 7. width of our rectangle. These dimensions together equal 26 feet. Since I have two sides that are linked, that will be 2 times W plus 7, plus I have two widths, so that would be 2 times W. Together, this equals 26. I'm going to begin by using my distributive property. 2 times W is 2W, plus 2 times 7 is 14, plus 2 times W is 2W equals 26. Now I can combine my like terms. I have 2W plus 2W, so that's going to give me 4W plus 14 equals 26. We subtract 14 from both sides of our equation, and we have 4W equals 12. Divide both sides by 4, and W equals 3. But we need to know the length, or L. So we're going to plug that in to our equation, W, which is 3, plus 7, because the length is 7 feet longer than the width, and that equals 10, so our length is 10. Describe and correct the error in the following student's work. If we look at student C's work, we see that they're using the distributive property, and they're distributing out a negative. So we would multiply negative times y and negative times 1/2. So this would be 3 minus y plus negative 1/2, or 3 minus y minus 1/2. The problem that we see here is they distributed the negative y, but they did not with the 1/2. They kept it positive. So this is where they made their error.